this is our 20'6" Sunseeker Desert Storm. Going to quick run around the outside and sort of give you a closer look, I suppose. This is, yeah, so there's a 20'6" full ensuite at the back. It's just a couple's van, so no bunks or anything in this, and it's just the two of us. Start at the back, just single spare wheel, rear wheel bag. That was a marketplace special, that one, it's perfect. We're running a twin lens Safety Dave rear camera, so straight down angle and then obviously straight back, so I can see if anyone's approaching or come up behind us. Steady work light. We've got one on opposite corners, sort of standard feature for the Sunseeker. Underneath, so we're running the grey water bypass, and it does exactly what it's called, so it bypasses your grey water tank. So if you're somewhere you can just let your grey water out, or at a caravan park you run down the drain, it doesn't actually go into your grey water tank and potentially sit in there. But yeah, obviously next along is the grey water tank, 85 litres, 85 litre water tank. We've got another 170 litre tank at the front of the van, so 255 in total if my math is correct. Water filler number 1, fridge hatches, 12 240 volt fridge. Pretty much just lets your fridge breathe a bit in the hot conditions. We probably should actually have them open because it is getting a bit warm. Coming along, water filler number 2. This is a Proline. This one sits on a Proline chassis, so Proline wheels. It's 285 75/16, so it's a 33-inch mud tyre, plenty of clearance. We actually followed a van into here yesterday that dragged. We didn't drag at all, so that was perfect. Here, I'll show you. So it's sitting on Cruise Master, just XT coil suspension, full independent, just coils, so no airbags on this one, hence the beautiful leveling ramps we got here. There's your 170 litre water tank at the front. We put these in, just an extra set of mud flaps just to try catch stuff coming back and hitting the arms and knocking these off. You see a bit of these pipes getting broken. Good thing about Sunseeker, they use brass fittings, not plastic, so less likely to break, which is awesome. This is just the gas electric hot water system vent, so that sits under my side of the bed. But yeah, gas hot water. The tunnel boot, I think that side's locked. We'll look at the other side. 240 in, so plug into a caravan park, that's where you plug in, and then the circuit breakers for that as well. Toolbox, big toolbox, jerry can. That's this side, so big drawer. I just keep some pegs and like we've got some power leads and whatnot in there, and then just our hoses, so that's our freshwater hose and our grey water hose underneath, and then that side shoots all the way through, as you can see. We've got the bike rack mounted on top. We've usually got the bikes on there, but we're taking advantage of the view, so we've pulled them off. It's only 5 minutes getting them on and off. Around the front, big stone guard, some more big mud flaps, twin gas bottles. Actually very efficient. We've only sort of used one bottle for how many weeks have we been on the road? 4 weeks, 5 weeks now, and we still haven't used one bottle. So on the front we run this as well, so this is another product by Navigator. It's called a hitch buddy, so it just keeps your hitch and all your plugs out of the weather. Pretty handy. So DO35 Covix lock. You can buy an alarmed one. This one isn't alarmed. I think I say, well, we've run a Wi-Fi security system in the van, so there's no point having 2 alarm systems. Charging and your twin camera inputs, obviously just standard trailer plug, and then these 2 are actually both, not that one, that's your breakaway system if your trailer wants to break away, and then they're both solar inputs, so we can run 2 solar blankets if we deem necessary. Handbrake, jockey wheel, which I think we're going to upgrade that to the Boss one. But yeah, around this side, so this is the kitchen. Weber, little baby Weber on a slide, so that just slides away. And we run a I've gone to Bunnings and bought a 3 metre length, 3 metre gas mate hose that goes into the gas bayonet underneath, so I don't need another bottle or turn those bottles off. And just another drawer, keep bits and pieces, another little toolkit, spare paint, all the sort of fun stuff. Another work spotlight, chef light, lights up the barbecue really well, it's perfect. Tunnel boot, so storage all the way through. You've got a light, move that over. Got a light here, actually one at each end. Got a power point as well, and then these actually control your outside lights. So your 2 spotlights on either side. Anti-flap kit for the awning. We've just been putting the awning away. Each night it does pick up a bit here, so it's just easier to do that. Yeah, so Aussie Traveller awning. I like it. I think it was a choice between Dometic or Aussie Traveller. At the time, I think it was just whatever they had stock with it during COVID. Well, this was an end of COVID build, but we got the Aussie Traveller one and I like it. It seems sturdy. Picnic table, it just sits there, just tucks away. We've actually been using that this week, which has been really good. So the first time we've used it. Excellent exterior lights, so they're white and orange, so it can be either, which is pretty good. And so this is your, they call it an entertainment hatch, so you can bring your TV out with a power point and an aerial point. On this side, for your TV, we've just got bug spray and fire lighters, but if you go airbags, that's where your airbag controls go in there. Drop that. Fusion soundbar, that thing actually cranks. It's probably better than the inside speakers, to be honest. But yeah, it's good, nice clear sounds. Aussie Traveller door, so that's both doors, or you can separate it for just the fly screen, and they just click back together. Exterior light, so that lights up that, and then your step lights up as well at night time. And external shower, which is perfect. Use it here to wash your feet before you hop back in your van, and it's hot and cold too, so cold you drag it around to hot and that'll get your hot water out, and cold, and then it just pops out of the socket, just plugs in like that. But yeah, that's about it, I think. Oh, a little upgrade, we actually put bush wraps, protective film on our windows, so we sort of tested that a little bit coming into here. A couple of branches brushed across them and not a single mark on our windows, so pretty happy with that. But stoked with the yellow titanium make these vans, but obviously a Sunseeker aluminium frame caravan, so less timber. There's still a little bit of timber in there obviously, but yeah, stoked. Now to the inside.
In our cafe lounge seating area, we chose these ones because there's a lot of room here, and we didn't really want the club because it just takes up too much room, but a lot of people like them because you can lay out in them. But with these ones, they've got footsteps kind of to lay out on, so you can be sitting there and just put your feet up, so that's enough for us. And we'd rather the room to walk around in. And then as well as this one, you can have a small dining table, so you can eat like that, or it just pulls out super easy for more room. So like when we have our computers etc out, it's very handy, and then it just sits back in there like that. There's power points here, which is also good for the laptop. USB points for charging absolutely everything. You've got USB points underneath each of the lights as well. Every light has them. And then you've got storage under there. So this colour is Eastwood Tan, very popular at the moment. We liked it because it just felt a bit more natural. And then if you wanted some shade here as well, all the blinds come with the block out, which is super handy, or you can have the window open and just put the fly screen, and then the window just folds straight out. So yeah, we really like this because yeah, a lot more space we feel. And then over here, bed area, we've got, this is my side, so I've got all my clothes in there, and then in here, and we've got a couple more drawers down there. And then Cameron, he only has this one and that one there, and then the one up top is our linen. The bed also has kind of nooks in them as well that you can charge your phones at night, which is really handy. And then there's heaps of storage underneath these beds. So some caravans have the batteries under the bed, but this one doesn't, which we prefer. And there's lots of storage that you just flip up. Yeah, so it's been heaps good for storage because we've got a lot of stuff. And then on the backs we decided to put these pouches, additional pouches, to keep our laptops in, and belts, and then Gats Cameron's. I've also got my handbags here just on a handy little kind of nook. And then the TV, which we just, when we're driving, we just place it underneath the doona to keep it secure, so it just latches off and super easy. And then we've also got the caravan, which was an addition. It's to block out, to keep out dust as we're driving, so if we hit some really like corrugated awful roads, we can just flick it on. It's quite noisy, but we're not in here at that stage, so we can just leave it on, and it just compresses the van, and just so that it doesn't allow dust to come in, so that's was a definite for us. And then there's Sirocco fans, which rotate all different ways, which is really handy, different speeds, and also like 3 hours, 6 hours, 9 hours, so you can set a timer. So we decided to get 2 of them, and yeah, we're really glad we did. And then we've got our kitchen. So we've just got our 3 main drawers, pots and pans, cups and plates, bowls, etc., and then our cutlery, so they're super handy, and also they're all soft close, which is awesome. And then just under here, just bits and bobs, we've got our first aid kits, which is really handy to have right there near the door. We put them in little esky bags because it gets quite hot in here, and we've got that tip from somebody else, just to keep all the medication, etc., and also your makeup is good in that esky bag as well. Anyway, then we've got our fusion lock up here. We've got quite a few in the van here and there, super handy. We've got them on the soap, on the paper towel, and then microwave up here, plateless microwave, so we don't have to worry about the plate breaking. And then I've got like tea, coffee, then we've got a bit of Tupperware in there. Cameron's gone and put through these kind of non-stick mats so that it doesn't slide. Got spices up there, and then this is, we deleted our oven because I don't really cook much. It's a shame for Cameron, but anyway, we've got like a little grill which we use for a toaster. We didn't bring a toaster, which we find is fine. And then this just pops up, and you can hear the gas line click in, so it's got a safety mechanism there. And yeah, 3 gas and then 1 electric if we need, so super good. And then we've got like our Woolies bags in here, and then a lot of people struggle with where to put bins. Ours actually came with a dual bin, which is super good. Yeah, and then I'll just jump in this way. This is our fridge and pantry. So we've just got chocolate block full of cans, dry goods, etc. It's a bit of a mess in there. And then fridge, freezer, how much is it? 224.
Yeah,
224 litre. And then freezer, we find it stacks of room now. Maybe down the track we'll turn Cameron's fridge that he's got in his car into a freezer, but for now it's heaps of space for food, etc. And then this is our bathroom. One of the winners that got me was these cupboards that actually have storage behind it. I've got our Happy Loo paper in there. Like, yeah, a lot of the other vans didn't have storage behind there, so that was a really big plus for me. And then these drawers are huge in here. I've just got chocolate loaves of this, that and everything, and I've just got like these little kind of organisers from IKEA. Yeah, and then even more storage under here, etc. And then this is our washer under here. It's just a 3 kilo, but it's enough for us, and just got like our little peg basket, and we just got dirty clothes. We just put our dirty clothes in there to save space. Yeah, it's really handy. Big enough for us, I guess. And then we've got our compostable toilet, which we find super. We don't have to empty it every couple of days. It's like 4 to 5 weeks when we empty it. We don't have to go too much into that. And then we've got our shower, which is huge. Like, I think one of our rentals was smaller than this, so yeah, we love it. And then like this door opens and closes as well. And we just latch it back on these little latches here when we are driving. So yeah, that's about. Oh, we've got an aircon as well, which we use it sometimes, mainly for the dogs, to be honest, when
it hasn't
they're
been
in
hot
here.
enough, eh?
But yeah, it hasn't been hot enough yet. But we can use it all the time because of our battery capacity, etc. But I'll let Cameron get into that because I don't really understand. And then these are kind of all of Cameron's stubby coolers in here. But these are all of our gauges. So our 2 water tanks, they're about half full at the moment. Our grey water, which is half full, stereo, our battery for solar, the inverter there, we can just turn that on, etc. So it's all a bit technical in there, but yeah, that'll be Cameron's domain. And yeah, so and we've also got kind of windows, what are these called? Hatches
Roof
up
hatches
here that we can also put the fly screen on, and also the block out, which is easy, and they just flip like that. So we have them open almost all the time. And then we've got a gas detector down here as well, and then we've got our fire alarm just above Cameron there. And yeah, I think that's just about it. So yeah, that's our van.
As Bree was saying, this is the electrical cupboard. Pretty much everything that runs the caravan's in here to a degree. So this side, all your solar are actually fused on the positive and the negative. So we got 4 panels, 4 wires, electric hot water system, fusion stereo, as Bree said, grey water tank, and our 2 freshwater tanks. So we've got a 170 litre, I'm not sure which way they go, but one's 170 litre, one's 85. Enerdrive ePro pretty much tells you, well, we're at 100% at the moment, so, but it can tell you all your ins and outs and what you're drawing and what you're putting back in. Inverter on and off, run all your 240, run the aircon and all that. Shunt, so if the battery drops below a certain percentage, it cuts the battery off and saves it. And then just your generic other fuses, all your lighting, stuff like that. 12 volt pump for your water, and then our gas hot water system. So when we're off grid and not plugged into power, we run a gas hot water system, and just your aircon remote. And then our battery system is under the seat. So we've got 2 200 amp hour lithium batteries with an Enerdrive. It's all Enerdrive, so Enerdrive AC charger, Enerdrive DC charger. Yeah, keeps us powered up. But we're also running, in addition, I put it in myself, a Wi-Fi security system too, so GPS tracking and a alarm. Alarm flashes the lights and applies the brakes if someone tries to steal the caravan. So that's tucked away somewhere neat as well. And under that couch is the inverter and the hydraulic pump for the brakes, for the disc brakes. So yeah, cool.
I almost forgot the best part. Down here, it's use of space instead of just having a standard kickboard. you've actually got storage. That some people put their tinned kind of fruit and veg in here, but I've got all my shoes along there, so super handy use of a kickboard. So yeah, we hope you enjoyed our look around of our home on wheels. Just before we go, we just wanted to go through some of the extras that we got on top of the standard inclusions. Cameron's got the list.
Yeah, so what we got over standard, obviously traveling full time on the road, this is what we wanted, and after some research, this is, yeah, what we got. So the biggest ones, dust reduction system. Obviously traveling down dirt roads, that's a big bonus. Probably the biggest upgrade was the battery power system. So bigger inverter, extra battery, extra solar panel. It's awesome. We haven't actually plugged into power at all. We haven't had to. The other big one is the composting toilet. So over the cassette toilet, obviously not wanting to look for dump points or not needing to look for dump points regularly. Yeah, so they're probably the biggest ones. The other ones, so we got an extra Anderson plug on the drawbar for a solar blanket. If we are under the shade, or for a while we can run a solar blanket or a portable solar panel off the front. We've done an extra Scirocco theme, so they come standard with one. We've done two, so we got one each. Few colour upgrades, so the outside of the van, the dark grey is an upgrade. The yellow stickers are standard, just the dark grey composite cladding is an upgrade. The same with the floor and the benchtop colour. What else? Oh, so yeah, so we've got an anti-flap kit and roof rafters for the awning. They're an upgrade with a bike rack on the front, which is also an upgrade. We've got two extra magazine pouches on the back side of the bed, which you would have seen. So we get one standard, which is the one at the door, and we've got his and hers for our laptops, just somewhere neat to put them.
And the oven.
And then the oven, yeah, so it's an upgrade but at no cost. So you lose your oven but you gain the drawers, so they don't charge you for that. But yeah, it is still an upgrade to do that.
Yeah, so we just kind of picked and chose, and like,
we had a rough idea when we walked in what we wanted extra, and then like things like colours and stuff I think came afterwards. We sort of couldn't say no to some of these colours.
Yeah, and then like some things are included now and some things aren't included, etc. Like our couch cover, that was an extra at the time, but then when we got to go get it, it was included.
Yeah,
so
final sign off, it became a standard colour, so that was a bonus.
Yeah, it was a bonus.
But yeah, that's about it. Oh, we've got a dual lens camera on the back, so they're both an upgrade. So the single lens or the dual lens. But we've got the dual, which is pretty handy as well. But yeah, that's the upgrades we got, and we love it.
Yeah,
wouldn't change a thing.
Yeah,
hope you've enjoyed. Cheers.